The day my daughter asked my husband to legally become her dad, he broke her heart with 4 words. I filed for divorce the very next day. I was 22 when my ex walked out on me, leaving me alone, with a 6-month-old baby girl named Maya. For 7 years, it was just the two of us, against the world. I worked 2 jobs, skipped meals so she could have nice shoes, and poured every ounce of love I had into that little girl. Then, I met Ethen. Ethen was different. We met at a local coffee shop. Maya actually spilled hot cocoa all over his laptop bag, and instead of getting mad, he just laughed, bought her a brownie, and asked for my number. He was patient, kind, and stepped right into the dad role without skipping a beat. We got married when Maya was 9. She was our flower girl, crying happy tears because she finally had a real dad. A few years later, we had our son, Toby. Honestly, I thought we were living the American dream. We had the house, the golden retriever, the chaotic Sunday morning pancake breakfasts. 2 weeks ago, Maya, who is now 16, came into the kitchen holding a folder. She was shaking, blushing, but so happy. She handed Ethen adoption papers. She wanted him to legally become her father, to take his last name, before she started applying to colleges. She told him she wanted the whole world to know that he was her real dad. Ethen hugged her tight, kissed the top of her head, and told her he would be honored. Maya went to bed on cloud 9, but the very next evening, when the kids were asleep, the facade dropped. Ethen sat me down on the porch, looking completely detached, and told me he wasn't going to sign them. I thought he was joking, but he wasn't. He looked me dead in the eye and said, "I love her, but she isn't mine. I don't feel that biological connection like I do with Toby. I'm not legally tying myself to another guy's kid forever. It's just a step too far." My blood ran cold. I felt physically sick. I begged him to understand what this would do to her, but he just shrugged it off, saying we could just tell her. The paperwork was too complicated. I didn't even get the chance to cushion the blow. The next morning, Ethen left his tablet on the kitchen island. Maya went to borrow it for school, and a text popped up from Ethen's brother. It read, "You're smart to back out. Don't take on that baggage permanently." I walked into the kitchen just as Maya dropped the tablet. The look in her eyes, it broke something inside me. It wasn't just sadness. It was grief. She didn't cry. She just quietly walked back to her room and shut the door. That night at dinner, Ethen asked her to pass the butter. Maya didn't even look up from her plate. She just pushed it across the table and said, "Here you go, Ethen." Not Dad, Ethen. He flinched like he'd been slapped. For the last week, she has completely shut him out. She treats him like a stranger, renting a room in our house. No eye contact, no smiles, nothing. Ethen is absolutely spiraling. He's buying her gifts, trying to force hugs, begging her to talk to him, but it's too late. The glass is shattered. Yesterday, Maya asked me if she could graduate early and move in with my sister across the state because she can't stand living in a house where her love was treated like a burden. I told her she isn't going anywhere because we are leaving. I packed our bags this morning. I've already called a divorce lawyer. Ethen keeps asking how to fix this, begging for a second chance. But I just looked at him and said exactly what my daughter said. There's nothing left to fix, Ethen.